Valley Club, do you want free stuff? Well, make sure you redeem all your promo codes. In this video, we're going to review all the active new player promo codes, as well as some of the older codes for veterans that are still valid in case you haven't redeemed them yet. Also, should you stop buying new character offers? Are the battle and strike passes a new way to unlock characters? And now that the raid store is updated, what are the best things to use your elite raid credits on? We're answering these questions and the rest of your questions in the mailbag, because it is Mailbag Monday. And if you're ready for all of that and more, in Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a great weekend and had a great Mother's Day. In this video, we're gonna reveal all the active promo codes right now. So in case you haven't redeemed some of these older codes, you can go back and use them. And if you're a newer player, hopefully get some awesome free stuff. And before we get to that and the rest of your questions for the mailbag, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. We have at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel. Usually there's more. We have question and answer videos, news videos, gameplay videos, everything up your experience in Marvel Strike Force. Let's move forward with these awesome changes to the raid store, as well as the open all or button not returning. Well, it kind of did return last week, and then there were still some issues with it, so it's gone now. Hopefully it is back very soon. Let's move forward with these awesome changes to the raid store. A lot of good stuff here. Some of the big things that happened: Nova and Black Cat, their awakened abilities now sold for normal raid credits, and Green Goblin Classics awakened abilities. We were wondering when the heck we would be able to buy these. Well, we can buy these in the store right now for elite raid credits. Also available for elite raid credits is some Crimson Raid orbs. So now that we have all these new things and we have some other things purchasable by your normal raid credits that got a lot more value, what are the best things to purchase in the store now? We've done some tier lists for these awakened abilities before we had these different conversions, but now that Nova and Black Cat's awakened abilities take normal raid credits, Green Goblin Classics takes these elite credits, are they still the same? Do they still have this same valuation? Because then now they take different currencies. Let's go take a look in the store. And when rating these, I think these Green Goblin Classic abilities are the way that I'm gonna go. And now I did max out the Nova and Black Cats previously to this because I didn't know what to use the elite raid credits on. Let's say I didn't max out any of those. What would I be purchasing? Well, I think the best awakened ability to purchase is going to be this Green Goblin Classic awakened abilities. And if we go into Green Goblin Classic in the game, I'll show you why. It is the only ability that actually gives him, that is used outside the primary mode for these legendary characters. So Black Cat is primarily an arena character, and her awakened abilities only affect an arena offense. Nova, primarily a war character, his awakened abilities only going to affect war offense. Well, Green Goblin Classic is a Crucible character, but his awakened passive, while it will affect Crucible offense, defense up for 2 turns to self and superior 6 allies, this is in all game modes. When this character has charge, gain a 40% chance to counterattack for self and all Sinister 6 allies. So just because this is outside of the primary game mode and it's going to affect in all game modes, I think this is the way to go. And the next best ability to purchase with your elite raid credits is going to be this ultimate for Green Goblin Classic. It's going to give him +2 charges to a maximum of 5. He's only going to gain that in Crucible offense, but that is a very good thing. Now he is going to start with these 3 charges because of his passive. These additional 2 charges are coming very early because this is his ultimate. You're using this very early on in the match, so pretty much you're starting with 5 charges on Crucible offense. I think that is the next best one. This awakened ability for the basic, I think you can start to shift your elite raid credits towards this Crimson gear and these Crimson raid orbs at this point. More crit chance for each Spider-Verse character that is present is nice. However, especially in Crucible, I'm not using this basic very often. I'm normally using the ultimate, starting off with the ultimate, then starting with the special. Usually by then the enemy's team is dead. So Crucible offense, you can save this and shift your elite raid credits towards the Crimson gear. Now, as far as what are the best awakened abilities with your normal raid credits, well, for me, I'm a completionist. I probably would complete all of these anyway, just because you're getting so much of an abundance of these awakened abilities with your normal raid credits, and you probably, if you've been playing for a while, have a stack of raid credits that you're just not sure what to do with. I would max these out. And now, as far as actual value, I did put all these in Nova. However, if I was starved on raid credits, I probably wouldn't put them back because currently my alliance has nowhere on defense. And of course, all of these awakened abilities only help these characters on offense, except for that Green Goblin Classic, that passive that we mentioned earlier. So it would be benefiting me nothing to have all these awakened abilities as I'm using my nowhere currently. So probably wouldn't do those again, but Black Cat, I would do these again. Has some really, really good awakened abilities. And I think the best one to get is this passive that she has. What it's gonna do on arena offense, enemies cannot spawn with death proof. And this is great in the mirror match because you don't want that enemy Black Cat spawning with a bunch of death proof. Now it may be a benefit when facing Super Skrull and having the enemies with a lot of different buffs, but normally, yeah, this is a great one. No death proofs on an enemy Black Cat, which means you don't have to remove 9 death proofs off of her. Also lowering the damage reduction for enemies that do not have death proof by 15%. So this passive is a good one. This ultimate on arena offense, blind to the primary target and a random Spider-Verse enemy, that has not really helped at all in arena offense in the current meta. And this one, the basic on arena offense, this attack door ignores defense up. That is great, but I'm hardly even using the basic in arena offense. Normally the enemies are dead before that. So this one is very, very unvaluable, but the passive I think is a great one. So those are my thoughts on these awakened abilities for these characters, but overall, great changes to the raid store. A lot more use of your normal raid credits, a lot more teal stuff in here, a lot more teal uniques here, which is going to make it a lot easier for older players to get into Dark Dimension 6 a lot quicker, and all the subsequent Dark Dimensions as well. So these are great changes. Let me know what your thoughts are on this raid store, all the uniques we getting, and what is your valuation of these awakened abilities? Same as my valuations, or do you have some different valuations? Let me know down in the comments. Well, let's shift the conversation forward and talk about the value of these strike passes and the battle pass. And for example, I do want to use this Spider Society. This was one of the first teams in a while that I did not purchase any of the characters. However, as we need them for the raids, they're all unlocked, and being able to fully sim Incursion 2.3. I did buy the strike pass or the battle pass for Peter B, and I'm probably going to buy the strike pass for Pavitra. These guys are ready. These guys are it, and that is a lot cheaper route to go, in my opinion, than getting initial offers for all of these characters. Normally, I would have spent 50 for one of these characters, 50 for another character, and maybe 25 for another character. So total, getting these strike passes and battle passes on a monthly basis, $80 for the potential $100 to $150 that I would have spending for these normal character offers. And another big reason I'm thinking of doing this permanently, just getting these strike passes, the battle passes, not getting these new character offers anymore, is because of gold and training mats. With a lot of these new character offers, I don't have enough gold, I don't have enough training mats to get these characters up to a usable level right away. However, waiting till after an initial event comes out and getting more character shards, getting more gold, getting the training mats to actually level up these characters, I've found that it's a lot more relaxed pace. Now, as far as the timing of the release of the Spider Society and some of these events, I did lose out a little bit. On Kiln Tower, I was not able to climb as high as possible because I didn't invest in the Spider Society. And for some of these milestone events where it requires using the latest team at not just having them unlocked at a 5-star or a 6-star to 7-star, yeah, I did lose some points by not having them there. But if I got the initial offer, which would I've done anyway, I wouldn't have even had them at 5 stars or 6 stars at 7 stars, so I don't feel I'm missing out on too much except for the Kiln Tower. But those rewards for Gwenum, those diamonds for Gwenum weren't really appealing to me, so I don't think I'm missing out on too much, especially with the way that our alliance is tackling these raids. We have just started doing 100% on the raids, not even on a daily basis, but on a semi-weekly basis, so a few times per week. So I don't think I've missed out on too much by not investing in the Spider Society right away. Like I said, can't really do anything with a lot of these teams until all the members are released. I think this is the way I'm going to do it moving forward. But let me know your thoughts on what you're going to do. If you are someone that is spending in the game, previously purchased the character offers, is this something that you're going to do moving forward? Were you already purchasing the character offers and these battle and strike passes? Let me know your thoughts on this, because I think I may just be using the battle pass and strike passes from now on. And make sure you're voting every single day for the Karen Vampire look and abilities. Morbius Mentor is in the lead, but make sure you're voting every day, even if the one that you want to win isn't in the lead, because every single day campaign energy power chords are on the line. So make sure you get your votes in. Couple days left, don't skip these. Let's move forward with the questions of the week, and big shout out to everybody that left a question of the week. There's not many of them, but what are the current promo codes with a new criteria for new players. Let's go look at what the new promo codes are right now. Some are new, some are old, and we have a few of them now. Some of these are case sensitive, so enter it like it is listed here, and if it doesn't work, then I would probably switch up the caps and anything like that. And also, you don't want to enter them over and over and again. You want to have a little bit of a time between each code, because I think there's a little bit of a delay when it goes in. But first code, Night, redeemed for Nightcrawler mode. This is not accurate. This is actually for some Nightcrawler shards. I believe this was some power codes. This is an older codes, only works for level 60 plus accounts. I did redeem this back in the day, and if you've been playing for a while, you may have redeemed this as well. If you have not redeemed this yet, make sure you enter Night in the promo code section there. Venom Free, I believe this is only for new players. I never got this one, and I think it was only for new players. So if you were a new player and have a new account, make sure you enter this one. Venom Free, you get some Venom shards, 500 power cores, excuse me, and 10,000 premium orb fragments. Welcome. This was a newer one for everybody as well. Welcome. 20,000 legacy orb fragments, 20,000 legacy 2 orb fragments, 20,000 legacy orb 3 fragments. These aren't very valuable. These are actually very valuable newer, maybe mid-game players, but as a older player, these are just some ultimate fodder. Gambit, this is, so you can get Gambit and some power cores and some premium orb fragments, only for newer players, I believe. Celebrate, this was one that everybody got. I got this one back in the day as well. Redeemed for 2 million gold, 100 T4 ability materials, and L4 training modules as well. And last but not least of all the ones that I know are active right now, Pool. This one is in all lowercase, so check out a few different capitalization settings if all lowercase doesn't work with you. Getting Deadpool, 500 power cores, 10,000 premium orb fragments, and those are all that I know of right now. If there are other codes out there, let me know down in the comments. I know we did have more than this previously, but I think some of the other ones expired, so these are the only active ones that I know of. And again, to redeem this, go to the MarvelStrikeForce.com page. You go into your character section here, new player gift. It'll take you to this page, and this is where you enter the code. Top of the morning, Mr. Flyin. Since returning to the game in February, I've been able to 7-star all the horsemen, have been working towards some of the strongest team. All hail the hive mind, nice. Also, I finally have a team with a higher total power than my Black Order team. That is good. Gamma's a good team. All right. As I continue to build my roster towards Apocalypse Saga, I'm having a hard time where to focus in the Crucible store. I've been working on Robbie and Abomination, who are both at 5 stars, but wondering when I should give up on Abomination and started working on either Agatha or Nemesis. So you do need Abomination, you do need Agatha, and you do need Nemesis for the Horseman trials. Fortunately for you, you don't need them at a certain star level. If we look at this Pestilence trial, to get in, you need your Darkhold characters. The gear tier is required, 13, 15, and 17 to get all these characters, their costume, all the T2, everything unlocked. And then if we go into the Apocalypse Saga here, if we look at the Apocalypse difficulty, characters gear tier 17, T2 level 5 ISO. So that is where you need to be. So as far as where you're at right now, you might be fine with your Abomination only at 5 stars. Remember, there's a few different ways to build up your characters, right? Not just with the stars. You could also use more gold and more training mats and get less stars that way, and then build up the character that way for Abomination to get through these nodes. Also, you could do the same with Agatha or Nemesis. You do eventually need to have all of them built up. Not necessarily at 7 stars, but at least built up enough to survive and let the rest of your horsemen get through this. The good thing is when this was released, I think we only had level 90. Now you're able to take your characters to level 100. So you don't need to build them from a star perspective as much, but if you're not putting the stars in them, you need to replace it by either levels, gear, or something else to build them to that level so that you can survive. But as little as possible is my answer. Put as little investment as in them as possible. Since you're already halfway through Abomination, I'm wondering if you just continue on to that 6 star or shift your resources right now towards Agatha and Nemesis. You don't need any of these characters really at the late game, so it's just for this Apocalypse unlock. What I would do, because you have unlimited attempts, I would probably go in every so often, see if you could beat it at that current level, and then just put a little bit more in each of these characters, a little bit more each time in some of their levels, maybe a little bit another extra star level, see if you can get through this. But yeah, don't put as little resources in all these characters as possible. Your horsemen, I think you're fine. Your original characters are fine, but these other characters, I think you can just experiment, test it out. If you can get through it with that little investment, you're good. Don't put anything else into them. If you can't, then just slowly over time put a little bit, and then hopefully that will allow you to beat the nodes with very little investment. Hey there, ValleyFlyin, fist bump back, my brother. So my question for ages is, since Domino and Deadpool are stepping down from X-Force, who do you think will fill in for their Aspens? Warpath or Strong Guy, maybe Wolfsbane or Cannonball, maybe in Rictor or Boom Boom. I'd love to see this team get renewed love. So I would love to see this team get some renewed love as well. Normally, though, when they take characters off a team, they just leave that team to die. I mean, Wave 1 Avengers is a perfect example, right? They started taking all these characters piece by piece off. Hulk got taken off, Captain America got taken off, Black Widow got taken off, and we still have one more member there. We have Hawkeye there, who's never been moved to another team. Just kind of sticks there. So that's probably what's going to happen to X-Force. Now, who would I like to see come to the game as a member of X-Force? Warpath is cool. I'd like to see Warpath. And let's go with Warpath and Wolfsbane. That's what I want to see on this team. So those are on my wish list. Now, let me know who you would want on your wish list for X-Force. Unfortunately, I think that's all it's going to be, is just a wish list at this point, unless there's a reason that the devs have to go back and make a brand new X-Force team. I think that is all we're going to get from X-Force at this time, but hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully you got some value from this video. If you did, leave it a like. It is free for you. Helps out that YouTube algorithm. And if you want to check out what are the best characters in Marvel Strike Force rated from best to worst, every single character in the game, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out.